All right, guys. Happy Monday. Week three of digital learning. So this week we're going to be finishing up chapter 7 on equations and inequalities. We're going to be very similar to last week where we solved inequalities using addition and subtraction. We're going to do the same thing this week, but with multiplication, division, and just like we did with equations before break. And so the good news is we're finishing up the unit, the most difficult unit of the year. We're finishing it up this week, and then from starting the week after is going to be probably all review. I don't know if we're going to do any new learning. We still have 3 chapters that we did not get to, but we have done all the major standards. So the other 3 are what we call supporting standards. And they're a little bit easier, so you'll have more opportunity to catch up and understand it in next year. So starting next week is probably going to be mostly review, and we haven't decided exactly what we're going to be reviewing, but it's going to be some of the things that we struggled with throughout the year. Anyway, chapter 7 is the last real big piece of the 6th grade learning new material. And so we were able to finish all the heavy hitters. All right, so that's the good news, is that we were able to finish the main standards. So this week we're finishing chapter 7 and then review after that. Now, so last week I gave a survey. I only had 8 responses, but that's the 8 I'm going to go off. I'm going to use their feedback for future planning because by the time I'm only building 3 more weeks worth of content. So let's go ahead and look at that survey real quick. All right. So 8 responses. All right. So more than half were Miss Clanton's class, or half were Clanton's class, and then the other half were a combination of my class and Miss D's class. Miss Barnes' class, where you guys at? So the amount of content on the page, too much, just the right amount. We're just kind of split on that. Okay. I or my students spend about blank minutes working on math per day. So more than 50% of you that did the survey said that you're spending less than 30 minutes on math, and that's good. All right, these are designed to be no more than 30 minutes. So if you're spending an hour on math, go to the math help, ask questions, and just do your best. I don't want you spending an hour. I want you spending 45 minutes at max. Notes were, for the most part, helpful. For the most part, videos were helpful, but I had 38% said the videos were not helpful. I don't know. Hopefully the combination of the notes and the videos are helpful. What are things that work well for math? The notes were helpful. So this is actually something that was not helpful that I'm going to talk about. It was a little hard to understand you during the videos. So a couple things. One, I have a time limit for these videos, so I know I'm talking a lot faster than usual. 2, I think when you're doing videos, you seem to talk faster anyway. But I do have a time limit I have to get through. And as far as sound quality, there's really not much I can do about it. It's just the computer that I'm working with. I don't have a microphone, so I can't really do much about the sound quality. I'm sorry for that. I'll try to slow down a little bit. But I'm only limited to what I can do as far as quality. How would you improve the course? All right, so the one I'm going to hit on is how I would personally put more practice problems in. All right, so you spoke, I listened, and on Wednesday I gave you guys I gave you some extra practice through Kahoot. Figured out a way to add Kahoot to this. Hopefully it works. If it doesn't work, I'm sure I'll find out very shortly. And I'll show you a little bit about that in a second. Any information that we'd like to add or comment. All right, the videos confused me a little bit once again. I apologize. If it's something besides the sound quality that confused you, let me know, and then email me or go to math help and ask me, talk to me, and then we'll try to come up with a solution. But I can't come up with a solution if I don't get your input or your voice. All right, so real quick, I'm going to show you a little change to the website, very minor compared to for week 1 and week 2. Oops, where's my math website? Google Sites. All right, so on Tuesdays and Thursdays, really, because Monday is inquiry based, Thursday is kind of the choice day. So really, Tuesday and Wednesday is when I'm giving you the new learning, and Friday's the quiz day. So by the way, so one thing that I added to the pages on Tuesday and Thursday, I'm going to get to Wednesday, for example. All right, so the layout of the day is pretty the same. You do your warm up, information, your schedule, notes, videos and examples on your own. Word problem on your own, part 2, and then this part section right here, notes and resources, optional. All right, keyword once again, optional. All right, I don't want to overwhelm you, but if you would like to look at the resources, I have the slides for the day. If you don't want to watch my videos, you just want to do the slides, that's fine. But you have to put it in presentation mode. Pages from the book, and then I added some extra practice, and that's going to be through Kahoot, or at least this week. It may be different. And so if you would like to do some extra practice, go ahead and do the Kahoot. Once again, this is optional. Independent practice, all right, this is what I look at. Once again, this is where I look and see where we're at. And then exit ticket, that just gives me feedback. And so anyway, I just wanted to point out the notes and resources are new. Now, real quick on Thursday, and I just want to be clear because some people did both. Thursday's a choice day. You have two options. You can do option 1, which is probably always going to be a puzzle time, or you can do option 2, graphing inequality, or so whatever option 2 is, just going to be different every week. But it's going to be a more difficult concept. It's going to be something that we're not going to learn this year, or we weren't even supposed to learn. It's something that if you can learn yourself and kind of using what we have learned this year to apply it to new knowledge, that's the point of this. All right. So it's nothing that we've done. It's nothing that we're supposed to do. It's things that you will do in the future, but it's a way. If you really understand the material, don't do the puzzle time because that's not going to benefit you. Go ahead and try option 2, and if that's just too much, then go back to the puzzle time. Also, last thing. Big ideas, the weekly assignments, all right? It is your responsibility to get the big ideas and do the assignments. If you're not able to get them big ideas, you need to reach out to myself or Mrs. Barnes. I'm actually going to take that back. I want you all to reach out to me first, and I'll see if I can help you. With that said, I gave you a tutorial last week on how to get into big ideas. It's also in the resources on top of the screen on how to get big ideas. You need to try to figure this out on your own. All right. It's step by step. If you're doing it step by step and you're still having trouble, that's when you reach out to us. I had somebody ask me last week, I can't get on big ideas. And I said, did you watch the tutorial? And they said, no. And so I told them, go back and do the tutorial. All right. So try to figure it out on your own. If you completely get stuck, go ahead and reach out to me. All right. So with that said, you guys, hopefully this week's going to be pretty smooth. We're in the final stretch, I hope this is an easy week for you. I hope you're pleased. And so you guys take care, and I'll see you guys again next week. Unless you're in the math help.